Good morning and welcome back to Tabletop Tuesday on Gaming with ADHD. Today we're doing our last unboxing video for Infinity Defiance, and we're going to take a look at the two expansions, Outcast and Revenant. Now, these expansions will add additional models, additional tiles, and so we're going to open them up. I haven't had a chance to take a look at them yet, but we'll open it up and see what we've got inside. But before we do that, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. I've been doing build videos for all the models for Defiance, also for Operation Crimson Stone. And, I've got a variety of content, anywhere from role-playing games to card games, board games, and even tabletop miniatures games. And if you're interested in any of those things, I'd love it if you came along and, saw what I had to offer. So, with that being said, we will start with Outcast, as you can see here on the screen, which we've got, I know the name of the character, I just forgot, and some of the O12 operatives. All right, we're getting 10 more models out of this box, as you can see. I believe it's 6 more heroes and some additional bad guys from O12. So, open it up, and obviously off the bat we've got our campaign book, which this is larger than the original campaign book. This is 67 pages, or 68 I guess, including front and back. And it's got an additional 6-mission campaign, which, let me get you. So we've got a 6-mission campaign: Prisoners Transport, Trudheim Base, Evacuation, Resupply, Unsubtly, and Vale's Fall. And then it also has a couple of extra scenarios for Uxia, Shinobu, and Mirror Fight, which I'm not sure what that is. We're also going to get a mission generator. So basically how you can take all of the contents that you have and turn that into your own scenarios and your own campaign. We've got additional expansion rules, escort, non-lethal ammunition, taken down, taunted, synchronized mind trap or mad trap, no ammunition and victims, upgrades to the campaign game. So variety of stuff. Obviously we've got some reuse of the art, which is fine. But a lot of new art as well. Raoul Spectre, that's the name of the character. I know I've seen it a couple of times before. Getting into our scenarios. Got some nice big maps for these as well, so that's good. Let's see. So I believe these extra missions are just supposed to be one-offs, not necessarily mixed into a particular campaign. At least that's my guess. Then how to use the mission generator. But this is really good that they added this, just for the fact that since right now it's unsure as to whether or not Corvus Belli is going to do any additional material for Defiance. So it does give you an option that you can continue playing with what you have without needing, to actually purchase more, board game content. Obviously, they already have the miniatures available during the campaign. They had packs for different factions, including just a mix of models that would be good for Defiance. So that was good. All right, so we've got unit cards for Uxia, Legong, Shinobu, and Fat Wanwan, Raoul Spectre, and Catherine Cho. with the opposite side in Spanish again. I don't believe those models are in this box. Actually, let me flip real quick. No, so those are the models from the Platinum Pledge bonus pack. So that's where you're going to get the cards for those. We've got our different tiles. Again, Keith Lowe art, which, as I look at it, that definitely has Keith's style to it, which is a nice sort of, I hate to call it a sketch style, but more blurred lines than hard lines sometimes, but I really like it. I also like Keith. Keith is a really good guy. So, there's that. More tiles, door tokens, character tokens, or bad guy tokens. Really, really like this art. Now, I believe this campaign takes place on Paradiso, which is where a lot of the conflict for Infinity seems to take place. It's a neutral planet with sort of everybody staking a claim, including the combined army. So we've got some of our larger figure tokens over here. This looks like all the tokens we could want for various either NPCs or antagonists, bad guys, whatever. Lots of tokens. So many tokens. I really need to figure out a token storage solution. And, ooh, that's nice. It's just a print of the box. I like that. We can turn it into a poster. If I had wall space in the game room to put it in. All right, we've got more of the bad guy cards. All right, Gamma unit, Delta unit. So these are definitely O12. Lynx Hacker, Saladin. I really like O12. I'm actually kind of curious. I've got Operation Wildfire where they introduced O12. And I wonder how many of those models can be reused in this. I know I have one of these, so that's good. More combined army. So yeah, one thing that they did through the campaign is they gave bad guy cards for all the factions, so that way you could make any kind of campaign you wanted. You could do Pano versus Yu Ching or Ariadna versus Toha. So you can get, at least I believe Toha is one of them. But yeah, you can get all the different factions in. So yeah, so these are the original heroes now with bad guy cards. And the auto gun that we saw. The one thing I'm really curious about is how to organize all this. I have not, well, I'm sure it's probably out there. I have not yet seen anything for how people have been organizing this once they opened it. All right. Initiative cards. More gear cards. So yeah, this is, I mean, they've already got the role-playing game from Defiance using the 2D20 system, but this almost looks, I mean, it's a dungeon crawl, so obviously, but more gear, or program cards, I should say. This almost looks to Pulpy Beer Grenade. Pulpy being their little octopus mascot. Almost looks like it could be run as a role-playing game if you want. So that's kind of interesting. All right. I believe these are reaction cards. Lots of those. More NPC cards. At least I'm calling them NPCs. Bots. More JSA stuff. Anyways. And a ship upgrade card. Bases, figures. Looks like we've got one figure on the large base, which looks like it'll be this guy. So I'm not gonna pull all of these out. We'll just show it, get a little bit of the detail. For that, you'll want to push the notification bell, and we will build these all on stream. And then I've got a close-up camera that I use for that. So that way you can see the details really well. I really like the 012 models. So, yeah, with these, everything looks good. Ooh, silica gel. Just kidding. I really like the look of Corvus Belli's miniatures, as you've all probably heard me say 1,000 times. So I'm not really worried about the quality. But it'll be interesting to build them. Sometimes they have some that the build is just odd. And a little difficult to work with, but we'll do that on stream and we'll have some fun with it. So that is Outcast. Give me just a moment and I will have Revenant on the table. Revenant being our second expansion. Or Outcast is the second expansion. Whatever. It's more stuff. I like more stuff. Alright, so we've got Infinity Defiance Revenant. As I toss stuff around the table. Alright, so this one we are only going to get 6 new miniatures. I believe these are all just new player characters. So no new bad guys in this one. Probably some new bad guys in the cards for use with your regular miniatures, but we will see. All right. rules again. This is the campaign for Outcast. This is, again, a 6-mission campaign, and it looks like 4 extras. We've got HVT, VIP reception, Chase at Dar el Funduk, On the Fly, Spiral Underground, and Stranded Party. And then John Hawkwood, Lucian Sforza, Valeria Gromoz, and Cassandra Kusanagi. So those are going to be our extra characters. For new rules, escorts, non-lethal ammunition, keywords, high ground, and victims. So some repeat from what we saw in Outcast, and then more rules for the campaign game. So we'll just flip through the book real quick. We've got additional fiction. Kind of tempted to do a dramatic reading of the fiction. I don't know. We'll see. More missions. Again, getting about 3 pages worth of content for each of the missions, including the map layout and the scenario instructions. Got our extras, and that's about it. Then we've got, I did forget to point this out, this is basically a tracking sheet so that you know what additional gear, skills, equipment each of the characters has acquired throughout the campaign. All right. And for our first sheet, we've got our character cards. So we've got Valeria, Father Lucian, John Hawkwood, Jan Starr, Kendrat, and Cassandra Kusanagi. I do wish they had the actual miniatures factions that they went with. Here are all the cards in Spanish again. But the factions that they belong to, just, you know, that way you could proxy it in if you're playing Infinity, things like that. So this looks more like a Hawk-Islam territory. What are they called? The caravans. That Hawk-Islam controls. Some outdoor locations, doors. Yet more fantastic Keith Lowe art. These are all great. I do like how they did some tiles in non-square shapes as well. Like even this, I mean, it's still technically a rectangle, even if it does cut a little bit off. But they went with just some completely different shapes, just to try some different things. Most games like this, you know, number 1 are using a square grid as opposed to a hex. And number 2 are, you know, they're using the... they're using basically just orthogonal shapes, so rectangles, squares, some derivative thereof. But this one they did go in with some triangles on it, so that was pretty good. We've got all of our different tokens, some dog warriors, remotes, this werewolfy looking dude. Lots and lots of tokens. Got a token for Nauf. Nauf, if you recall, was the kind of main antagonist from the Outrage graphic novel. So nice to see him making an appearance. I have that model somewhere. Don't ask me where. My son might know. He comes home in 3 days. kind of excited. All right. Got another art piece. Basically just to kind of keep all this stuff in place, keep it away from the tokens. But regardless, this looks cool, and I have nowhere to display it. It'll stay in the box. All right. Bases, all 1-inch bases. Take a couple of sneak peeks at some of the miniatures. I don't know who that one is. Don't know who that one is. Anyways, regardless, good looking miniatures, and we will see what we can do with them. We've got our Magnum cards. Let's zoom these in a little bit. So these are our structures. We've got Ariadne cards. I believe these are either JSA or... No, these are JSA. Definitely JSA. Ninjas, Tonkos, and Daiokai. Oh, I love the Daiokai model. My son actually painted it up really well. Hakislam. So now we're getting into cards for a lot of the different factions, special characters. Yeah, these are all the characters from Outrage. Luckily, I have those. That's awesome. Oh, I'm super excited about that. Saito Togan. I have a couple of that model. All right. We are just about done, folks. I appreciate your patience with me. I know it's an unboxing. I know it's not very exciting. But I do want to have it for when people come to the channel. You know, it's... Yeah, I realize I'm not the first person to put up a video for this, but I do want it on the channel for the completeness sake, so... All right. Equipment cards. Civilians. So we're going to get into all those remotes and all that stuff. Yeah. Condition card, poisoned. So... Sorry for zipping through those, but we saw larger versions of the cards, so we'll be fine. Looking at this, I think a lot of these cards can actually... I think most of these cards could get put into the core box without any issue. I am one who has difficulty throwing things away, so we will see how I end up consolidating this in the end. If I come up with a good system, I will post something on the channel to show it. All right. We've got hacking programs. And that was the only thing from that. Well, anyways. We've got our initiative cards for all the different things we got out of this box. So all of our JSA, our Hawk Islam. And the Outrage characters somewhere down here. Or the main game, or the expansion game characters. More gear. Skills. And equipment. So, not a whole lot in this expansion. Especially when you compare it to Revenant, the fact that you got models for a whole nother faction. I'm a little disappointed, especially because from the Kickstarter, they were essentially the same price. It was all bundled up together, but yeah, little disappointing. I would have liked maybe some larger models. I think overall, especially with the collection of Infinity that I have, I think it'll kind of balance out and we won't really notice it too much. But that was a hair disappointing. It's also kind of a big box for not a ton of content. But overall, we'll see how it all plays out. We'll have to definitely, figure out how to play the game and, get up some extra content for it. So, anyways, that is the Infinity Defiance, Revenant, and Outbreak expansions. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet a subscriber to the channel, as I said, please do follow along. We will be getting more content out as I work on the game to get everything assembled. Might have my son do some videos, getting some stuff painted. We'll see what happens. But regardless, thanks for watching, and I appreciate you coming along, and we will talk to you next time. Thanks.